Dear students, today we are going to discuss pronoun and its kinds. That's a very important part of speech. Pronoun, that is a word that is used in place of a noun. And now, after that, there are its kinds. The very first kind of a pronoun is personal pronoun. A pronoun used for persons or things, for example, I, we, you, he, she, they, it. They are called personal pronouns. And personal pronouns have three forms. We should say that they have three cases. The number one is called subjective case or nominative case, that is called that we used as a subject. Therefore, it is called a subjective case. I, we, they are called first person, you, second person, and he, she, they, and it. They are called third person. Then we come towards genitive or possessive cases of first, second, and third persons. Then we come towards objective or accusative cases of uh, first, second, and third persons. You can see that I takes the form of my, mine when it is used in possessive form, and when it is used in objective form or objective case, then it takes the form of me, uh, and then we come towards we, our, ours, and as in the same way, the remaining forms are also discussed here in this table. Then we come towards impersonal pronoun. Impersonal pronoun is used in the form of it. It is used in some cases as impersonal pronoun when there is a situation that it is used with impersonal verb. Impersonal verb is called a verb that has no specific or definite subject, so therefore it is called impersonal pronoun. Or in a simple way, we can say that when it is used with weather, with time, raining, or we should say that snow, then it is called impersonal pronoun. और सबसे बहुत वी शुड से दैट इम्पोर्टेंट जो इसकी आइडेंटिफिकेशन है वो ये कि जब इट को हम सेंटेंस में इस तरह से इस्तेमाल करते हैं कि उसके ट्रांसलेशन यानी जब हम उर्दू में उसको ट्रांसलेट करते हैं तो उसमें ट्रांसलेशन में उसका वर्ड ट्रांसलेट नहीं किया जाता, ये सिर्फ सेंटेंस स्ट्रक्चर को बनाने के लिए लगाया जाता है। तो इस तरह से जब इट को यूज़ करते हैं तो ये इम्पर्सनल प्रोनाउन कहलाता है। बट इफ़ इट इज़ यूज्ड इन अदर फॉर्म्स इन अदर केसेस देन इट इज़ नॉट इम्पर्सनल प्रोनाउन। इट इज़ फाइन टुडे, जब हम ये सेंटेंस कहते हैं तो हम ये नहीं कहते कि ये आज उम्दा दिन है, हम ये कहेंगे आज अ, उम्दा मौसम है, आज अच्छा दिन है। तो इसी तरह से इट वाज 7 o'clock यस्टरडे, कल ये 7 बजे थे, ऐसा नहीं कहेंगे, हम कहेंगे कल 7 बजे थे। तो जब इट को ट्रांसलेट नहीं किया जाता, जस्ट इट इज़ यूज्ड फॉर द सेंटेंस स्ट्रक्चर, देन इट इज़ कॉल्ड impersonal pronoun. Then we come towards indefinite pronoun. Indefinite pronoun is a pronoun that is used for things or nouns, we should say, in general, but not in particular. Uh, we can see that here indefinite pronouns are used: one, few, some, many, all, none. All these pronouns refer to nouns or things, we should say, but not in specific form, but not in particular. When I say one doesn't mean who is that person. Is he a male? Is he a student? Is he a laborer or something else? But one means in general anybody, any person. In the same way, when I say many were not listening to him attentively, many doesn't specify, we should say that it doesn't make it particular who are there in many. It doesn't make if many are some students, if many are some male boys, if many are some girls, if many are some horses, donkeys, are like this. So when pronoun is used not in particular, Rather, it is used to refer to things, or we should say nouns in general. They are called indefinite pronoun. Distributive pronouns means they refer to nouns one at a time. One at a time means out of two or more. For example, each, either, and neither. When we are going to talk about nouns, but one noun at a time out of two or more, they are called distributive pronouns. For example, each, either, neither. Sometimes some grammarians put these distributive and indefinite pronoun under the same heading, that is called indefinite pronoun. If in examination it comes, for example, there comes sentence either of them is right. It means out of two, mean there are two persons, and out of two, one is right. Either is used for two, each can be used out of more than two persons, two things. But if this sentence comes in the examination and there is no, we should say that, option of distributive pronoun in the choices, then you should understand that it must fall under the category of indefinite pronoun, as some grammarians put both of these two in, we should say, indefinite pronoun. So you should keep in mind, you should not get confused while you are trying to understand the kinds of pronoun. Sometimes indefinite and distributive pronoun are considered the same, they are put in the same category. Then we come towards demonstrative pronouns. Demonstrate means to point out. Demonstrate mean इशारा करना किसी चीज़ की तरफ, और ये वो प्रोनाउन है जो कि किसी चीज़ की तरफ इशारा करने के लिए यूज़ किए जाते हैं। इसमें दिस, दैट, दीज, दोस और सच है वो हम इस्तेमाल करते हैं। नेक्स्ट हमारे पास आते हैं रिलेटिव प्रोनाउन। जैसा कि ये नाम से ज़ाहिर हो रहा है, these are the pronouns that are used to relate the nouns or things that are present exactly before them, that they are preceding them. They are just, we should say, they are uh, relating themselves towards the nouns, towards the things that are exactly before them. Or we should say that the things that are mentioned before. It is not 100% true that in each and every case that the noun that is present exactly before the relative pronoun, and then that relative pronoun would be relating it towards itself. Sometimes in sentences they might differ in position, but exactly we have to look at the meaning. If they are relating some noun or something that is mentioned before, that is called relative pronoun. The pronoun that does perform the function of such relation, such relating things that are mentioned before, is called relative pronoun. We should come towards, this is the boy who met me yesterday. Now we can see that here who is a relative pronoun because according to the definition as we have discussed, who is describing or who is relating boy. Boy is a noun that is mentioned before, and this noun is called antecedent. Antecedent means noun mentioned before. Exactly, the book which you presented me seems very interesting. Here once again, which is also a relative pronoun. But dear boys, dear students, you should keep in mind that who is used for human beings most of the cases, and sometimes it might be used for animals, but which can be used only for non-living things or animals, but not for human beings. So who and which, though both of them perform the same function, but they are specified for different things. Who is specified for human beings, and you can also use it for animals, but not for non-living things, which is specified for non-living things, and sometime you may use for it animals, but not human beings. And then we come towards that. That is also used as a relative pronoun, but when we want to emphasize some noun, then we put that. For example, if this is the boy that met me yesterday, that is also right, but there is no difference between them. That and who, the only difference is that that is used to emphasize the subject that that is, or we should say that noun that is demonstrative, pronoun. Uh, Sorry, that is a relative pronoun. And then we come to words that is interrogative pronouns. Interrogative pronouns are other things that are used to ask question about a noun. So interrogative pronouns are used to ask question about noun. Here, the student should not be confused with interrogative adverb because interrogative adverbs are used to ask question about some verb. Here, we can see that when we are asking question, who is outside, who is called an interrogative pronoun because it is asking about a noun, not, we should say that verb. Then we say that where are you working? Where is an interrogative adverb. It is not, we should say pronoun because it is asking question about a verb. Where are you working? Working and where, they are related. So there, where is an interrogative adverb. The student should keep the difference between the two. Then we come towards reciprocal pronoun. The pronoun, most of the time known as compound pronoun, used to refer one to other and other to one. Mean they are in relation, in such relation that they are pointing out, they are referring to one each other and one another. So exactly the same are used as reciprocal pronoun, each other and one another. Compound personal pronoun. The last type of our pronoun is compound personal pronoun. Compound personal pronoun are made by adding personal pronoun with self or selves. Mean any type of a pronoun that is a combination of self and personal pronoun is called compound personal pronoun. For example, we say that himself, themselves, myself, themselves, yourself, yourselves. All these are compound personal pronouns. And these compound personal pronouns are used in two ways. One is called reflexive pronoun and the other is called emphasizing or emphatic pronoun. Compound personal pronoun used as an object of a verb and is generally compulsory part of a sentence and its skipping makes the sentence incomplete or completely changed. They blame themselves. Here we can see that compound personal pronoun themselves is used the very object of the verb, blame. So that is called reflexive pronoun because they reflect the action of subject they. Exactly when we say that he sat by himself or he sat beside himself, it means that it is referring to sitting alone, mean him sat by himself, mean here once again it is used as a reflexive pronoun. When we come towards emphasizing, as the word emphasizing is showing itself, that emphasize mean to put the emphasis, to strike the presence of something, some noun. So emphasizing pronouns are used as emphasizer, or we should say that when a compound personal pronoun is used to emphasize or stress the presence of some object or subject, it can refer to both subject and object, both of them. So they are called emphasizing. They are not the compulsory part, though their skipping change the meaning, or we should say that the shades of the meaning. So sentence, but they are even without them complete. Sentences will be complete, but in reflexive cases, they won't be complete without them. So they are the compulsory part when compound personal pronoun are used as reflexive pronoun, and when we use emphasizing pronoun, compound personal pronoun, when they are used as emphasizing pronoun, they are not the compulsory part. Without them, even the meanings of sense of the sentence is conveyed, but their shades of meaning are changed. For example, he saw Ali himself. Ali is emphasized, right? यानी उसने खुद अली को देखा। उर्दू में हम इसके लिए कह सकते हैं कि बजाते खुद का वर्ड इस्तेमाल किया जाता है when emphasizing या emphatic pronoun यूज किए जाते हैं. He himself saw Ali. Here it is subject that is emphasized, and when we say that he saw Ali himself, here object is emphasized. They themselves wanted to see the patient. Once again, subject is emphasized, and it is an example of emphasizing emphatic pronoun. So, dear students, today we discuss the kinds of pronoun. But you should keep in mind whenever some pronoun is used exactly before a noun, it means that it is an adjective. For example, if we are saying here, which is your book? It is interrogative pronoun. But if I say that, which book is yours? So then it will turn into an adjective. You have to keep the difference. When some pronoun is used exactly the thing that we are considering a pronoun exactly, that is not a pronoun then, exactly before a noun, then it turns to be an adjective. The terminology will remain same, but uh, that will change. That will we should say that change its kind. It will turn into an adjective. Then that part of speech will be an adjective, not we should say that a pronoun. Exactly. When I say that if we are going towards indefinite pronoun, many were not listening to him attentively. But if I say that many boys were not listening to him attentively, then it will turn into indefinite adjective, not indefinite pronoun. Or if I say that many of the boys, then it will be an indefinite pronoun. But if any pronoun that we are considering a pronoun is not exactly in real pronoun is used exactly before a noun, then it will turn into indefinite adjective or distributive adjective or even demonstrative adjective, or we should say that interrogative adjective. So you should keep in mind that is a very important thing कि when कि जब किसी हम we should say किसी भी प्रोनाउन को एग्जैक्टली बिफोर नाउन इस्तेमाल करेंगे तो वो प्रोनाउन नहीं रहेगा, यानी उसकी ज़रूरत प्रोनाउन के तौर पर नहीं होगी, बल्कि वो एडजेक्टिव बन जाएगा, यानी टर्मिनोलॉजी वही यूज़ करेंगे लेकिन वो एडजेक्टिव बन जाएगा. Right, so we are going to make an end of this lecture. I hope you have understood the kinds of pronoun very well.